Hello and welcome everyone, I am Muntante Musk and I got for you a brand new album review of JER Bothered, Unbothered. And first, before we get into this review, I wanted to shout out GEM and Varsity. They just put out a single off of the upcoming album. And the name of the single is called A Different View. If you're into bars that are thoughtful, confessional, with some soulful production behind it, definitely check that out. I think you'll enjoy it. Now, on to this album review right here, Bothered, Unbothered. This is a ska album, and ska, it's a polarizing genre because the gray area is kind of slim. You either love ska or you hate ska. Me personally, I love ska. Ska, if you don't know, is basically combining the elements of Jamaican and Caribbean music and creating these rhythms with a punk rock energy. And it's normally very upbeat, very pretty much intoxicating, very groovy. And I honestly don't see why you wouldn't like it. But that's your bag, I guess. It's not your bag. Bags. But if you do love ska, you should love this album because to me, I feel this is the best ska album I've heard in a while. To be completely honest with you, it's very real, very well structured, very well performed. I do feel like the lyrics do come from the heart as a good ska album should, and you could say it's politically charged, and in some respects, it's a lot of respects actually. And JER just being the they being the most multi-instrumentalist artists around, come through and just give you a kick-ass opener. With the horns being so grand, the peppy ska rhythms, the rock steady guitar lines, you cannot go wrong. And it basically just reaches out and is just so unapologetically open. So unapologetically open, so expressive, so passionate with the vocals. And it's basically speaking on the freedom of gender identity and how the system is so morally corrupt. And you really shouldn't have to apologize for being you. You shouldn't have to apologize for being yourself. And that is basically delivered in such a grand way on the opening track. Great way to start it off. Then you got your card revoked. And it's very expressive on the unfortunate struggles of their gender identity, of being judged on how you dress, having a picture of you in a dress sent to your mother and almost disowned by her. So you can see the struggle is definitely present. The struggle is definitely being expressed here in a very, very, very strong and expressive way. And I do love, too, how they're taking ska to certain genres, certain elements that I haven't heard before. Like the chiptune synths on Cold Truth. And this is raw here. I'm just to remind you, I'm working with hot weather. I'm working with memory and reading this off. This is hard, okay? But we're making it work. We're making it work with what I have. But I digress. And yeah, with the synths, chiptune synths, the crunchy guitar chords, just makes me want to skank. Makes me want to do this. I don't know about you, but that's what it does for me. And Decolonize Your Mind just comes together so freaking powerfully with the rock steady ska beat, just giving it such a classic feel. The beautiful fuzzy rock guitar passages just set the mood, and the horns are just so grand and present, and the psychedelic outro just really brings it home. And if you want my honest opinion, this is probably a conservative's beautiful, in your face, unapologetic, groovy, and colorful nightmare. That's what this is. And it just rebels against a bigoted society in such a kick-ass way. That's what they're doing on here. And might I add too, JER, they are killing it with the rapping on here, proving to you how talented they are, how multi-talented they are. It doesn't stop with the instrumentation. It doesn't stop with the vocals. It goes with rap too, and the lyrical ability that they also carry on with rap. And I believe they are sending shots going up and uplifting the ones who are down, which is pretty kick-ass, in my opinion. And Garden of Understanding is just such another beautiful moment on the record. The way the horns and the guitars just blast at you from all cylinders. It's just so uplifting, so mesmerizing, that I just can't get enough of it. Now, there are certain tracks I'm on the fence with. I do feel like you can get what you really want. I do appreciate the message, but it is kind of scant in delivery. I do feel like Maybe is pretty much kind of a non-starter for me. I do appreciate the progression, but it just kind of has a lull. It creates a lull in the track list. But I do feel like when Nobody Can Dull My Sparkle comes up, that is when you basically get what should have been on the last track. Because it's very uplifting, very inspiring. And I definitely do feel it pushes the narrative better than the You Can Get What You Want track. I do. I feel like the horns are very triumphant. I do feel like the guitar lines are just very powerful and just give you that feeling of, yes, I could do this. Yes, even though it is a shot to the naysayers. But still, that's uplifting. At least I think so. And the closing track too, I do feel brings a solution. It brings a sense of optimism. And I do feel that is a great way to close out the album with the descending guitar chords, the dreamy piano solo at the end, kind of reminding me of Faith No More a little bit. Early Faith No More, after the end of the epic. I don't know if you're young enough. I don't know if you're old enough to remember that song, but yeah, look that up. Great song. But yeah, this album right here, beautiful album. What can I say? Beautiful, powerful, energetic, groovy. Everything you'd want in a ska album is on here. It progresses sonically well. The message is definitely there and delivered in your face unapologetically in a rebellious fashion. And basically taking risks, which is what I would love in a ska punk album. And they did that so well. And I would honestly give this a soft 4 out of 5. Soft 4 out of 5. That's what I would give this. Love this album. If you heard it, what was your take on it? Did it make you want to skank? Did it make you want to rebel against the system, or did it make you want to say, hey, Sky's dead, leave me alone? I hope it didn't do the second one. But If it did the first one, cool. Until then, this has been JER Bothered, Unbothered. I've been Muntante Musk. Until then, I will see you next time. So long.